Hey guys, King of Charms here. Today I'll be your judge, your jury, and your analyst. And today I bring to you the most powerful Smackdown team in the Halloween Cup. So this team actually features Shadow. Someone asked like a while ago, I forgot, it was like I think it was last week, about Shadow Tyranitar. So ironically, Shadow Tyranitar is actually in the top teams. Let me take a look exactly what position. And double Smackdown, I know you would think like for a tap team, double Charm would be the play, right? Well, actually, double Smackdown enters the play as the double Smackdown is actually a viable option. Ranking at the, let's see, 1, 2, oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like literally the top 15 team, which actually isn't that bad because it features Qwilfish, Crustle, Sage-Switch, and Shadow Tyranitar in the back. Mind you, this is the only double Smackdown team on the top team, so yeah, it holds a 530 rating, being a lot of other combinations like Drapion, Shadow, Nidoqueen, Azumarill, Umbreon, Scizor. It's really good. So yeah, and there's a lot you can actually pull off some crazy plays. You're gonna see in the shoutcast, and I pull off some really ridiculous things. But this is Qwilfish double Smackdown. When you have double tap teams, obviously the lead is there to cover your back row. The lead is there to take out these Azus or these like Azu's basically your worst nightmare. Azu would take out Tyranitar as well as Crustle because water is super effective against rock types. So this is a double Smackdown team. It's actually worked incredibly well for me. So if you are looking for a tap team, double Poison doesn't take its play a lot in here, but double Smackdown might actually give you some good things. And this team, like, you're gonna see a lot of. I 4-1 several times with this. I 5-0'd once, I believe, and then I smacked down the unholy crap out of my opponent. Sadly, the 5-0 wasn't recorded, but I'm just going to show you a bunch of other different teams that I have over here, or different opponents I go after. But before I shoutcast these battles, this is my therapist mental health tip for the day. So, my therapist mental health tip of the day for today is going to be write down something you're grateful for. So, gratitude is linked to great well-being and mental health as well as happiness. There's something called dialectical behavioral therapy, or DBT, which focuses a lot on the present as well as mindfulness, which is the here and the now, but also being grateful for what you have. Being grateful is effective because when you start seeing a long list of a lot of things you do have, the list of your worries starts getting smaller. Let me give you an example where I'm at. I have a great community like you guys. I appreciate y'all to death. I really do. A lot of y'all say I should be a lot higher than now, but honestly, I'm a lot higher when I began this journey. I've been doing content creation for 5 years, a lot longer than a lot of newer ones that have been here on Twitch or YouTube, and I still haven't reached Twitch partner or like even 10,000 subscribers. It's not pity on anything like that, but like I'm prideful for the fact that everything I've gained right now, I've worked really hard for, and I didn't really like send stuff like. I did everything everyone told me to do, and I still haven't reached like the upper pinnacle compared to a lot of other people. So I've been here for a very long time, but what I'm very grateful for is I have a community. So I'm grateful I have a community. I'm grateful I remember a very long time ago on Twitch when I had only 1 viewer, and it took me 3 months to make affiliate. So to make affiliate, I actually had to stream GoFest 2017. So to GoFest 2017, I streamed that and I made affiliate. It took me 3 months to do that. I streamed for 1 or 2 viewers on Twitch for a very long time. That's almost unheard of. In Pokemon Go, you have people making Twitch partner after less than a year of streaming. People that get really, really lucky. Unfortunately, I'm not really, really lucky. So I'm going to work hard. I'm going to do my best so that I can show up for my community like you guys every day. But yes, be grateful. And even if it's not happening, if you don't have a lot, if you don't feel like you have a lot of things right now, if you have food or room to eat, like get an example like I do with even though I'm not at Twitch partner or anything like that, I have 3,000 subs on YouTube. That's a lot more than a lot of other people. I've got to where I'm at working hard on my own, because even though I submitted videos to other people, this was very early during then, so Go Battle League wasn't exploding like it is right now. So I'm very grateful for y'all. I really do appreciate y'all, and remember, write it down to something you're grateful for, or be grateful for. Make sure you're grateful for something every day. And like I said, I'm always grateful every day that I have y'all and my Twitch community and my YouTube communities. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I got Rebel. I'm really blessed, and I really do appreciate you. And without further ado, this is my double Smackdown team, and it features Shadow Tyranitar, Crustle, Sage-Switch, and Qwilfish in the lead. So let's get started. All right, here are the battles. As you see, I start the first one really late. as I recorded, but then here's the funny part. I was like, oh great, Azu, this is a great lead for us, and I don't know why our opponent is switching out. So I go straight Sludge Bomb, and Sludge Wave, and you guess what? They just don't shield, and I'm like, dang, dude. Yes, 9 times out of 10, I don't care if it's a 2-shield scenario. And my time, like, I will mostly go for the nuke, especially if you're not going to switch out from Azu. Now, all we're going to do is just farm down here. I can comfortably take a Play Rough. I can take Ice Beam. Hell, I can even take a Hydro Pump. Qwilfish is a really great match against Azumarill, and we just end up farming down our opponent. Our opponents, their plan is to sack the Azu and send in the Wormadam to farm us down, which is great for us because, you know what? We're running double Smackdown. We're going to take these giant boulders and throw them in front of your face. Like, how the heck does Crustle, like, just that, like, how does, I'm gonna switch into Tyranitar, but, like, you know the animation, right? Why isn't the animation, why aren't you throwing these rocks like a Spirit Bomb? You know, like, because, you know, Goku throws Spirit Bombs with both his hands, or if you're gonna chuck a rock, it's gonna be both your hands. Instead, somehow, these are coming out of freaking Tyranitar's face. Like, he's doing, like, the most amazing headbang of all time. I'm a huge fan of Alternative. Love Linkin Park. Love Linkin Park, what's another great band? Sayosin, that's another great band of mine. Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, like freaking, yes, I love that. But what this reminds me most of is like when this was literally while I was playing this video, while I was doing this, I was listening to Dragon Force, so that's what it felt like. We give him a Wild and a Crustle. Now, Crustle takes neutral damage from these Fire Fangs, so this is actually pretty great for us. Well, not great. As you see, we're going to have to shield the Power Punch, and we're in a lot of danger right now, actually. They still have a shield. I'm going to fire the X-Scissor to get a bait here, and we're going to make some stuff happen. Hopefully they do shield this, because I actually really need them to shield this. We get the shield. I send in the Qwilfish to combo in with the Aqua Tail, and contrary to popular belief, just because Azu's so OP, we're still able to come out with the W. I was literally listening to Dragon Force. I was playing this matchup, and I was like, oh my god, can I get to an X-Scissor before I go down? And I do. I probably would have got to it anyways if I just hit Smackdown, but then that's GG's. This match was a hell of a lot closer than it actually was, because they were able to get all that extra energy on their Wormadam, and they had a pretty solid back row for what it's worth, because the Mawile resist our rocks or Smackdowns, and then when it comes to Wormadam, Smackdown only does neutral damage, but all three of those Pokemon have some decent amount of bulk. We get Legend on Legend action, we got Heracross into Qwilfish. So, speaking of Dragon Force, Heroes of Our Time was playing as this, and I was getting super hyped. So you know what? Hopefully I bring all the energy, all the hype that I can muster to this shoutcast. Right now we're gonna shake our tail fin, or well, no, wrong movie. We're gonna hit this thing with the butt. If you ever watch Finding Nemo, like, you know when it says like you get it, like you touch the butt, that's one of my favorite scenes of a Disney movie of all time. And we're about to hit you with our butt as an Aqua Tail, which, I don't know, Qwilfish doesn't exactly have a booty. Like, its legs are non-existent, it has a tail fin, and I have no idea why our opponent is not swapping out. These counters are resisted, and it's only going to take us 4 moves to get to an Aqua Tail. So I'm kind of stunned at what my opponent is doing. They're probably trying to sack the lead like our previous opponent, and they're going to do a double Mega Horn. I'm like, alright, that's great. So I'm just going to get a bunch of energy here. As you see, I have way more than 2 Aqua Tails banked, so we're vibing pretty hard right now. Fire off the first Aqua Tail, they like to let it go. I'm likely going to fire off the second one right away, depending on what comes in. If I notice it's like a Confusion Year, I'm going to fire Aqua Tail immediately. And it happens to be a Nidoqueen. Because we have all this energy, we can double up on Aqua Tails and take some shields and do heavy damage to his Nidoqueen. You may be the queen on this day, but I'm about to take you out like freaking, what was I looking at? Like, the Targaryen, what's her name? Freaking the queen, the one at the end, you know, the one Jon Snow stabbed. I don't know. Oh yeah, Dany, that's right. Freaking yes, that's a weird. You know how she's like the aunt and he's like the net. Yeah, I'm just gonna put. If you've ever watched Game of Thrones, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't look it up. It's weird, okay? Yeah, it's pretty weird. Anyways, we're gonna X-Scissor down the Nidoqueen, and we get a Alolan Marowak. So, you probably figured it out. And you probably know, if you've been playing Pokemon Go PvP, you know my only win condition is essentially to sack. Because I literally have to sack. Sacking is my only win condition here, because 2 Bone Clubs will finish me, because Shadow Tyranitar is weak to ground, and it's super effective. So, as you see, the switch timer is up. 1, 2, swap, and I hit the sack. Yo, why the hell is the Tap team so sweaty? We catch the Bone Club, we smack down our opponent. Actually, we're gonna fire off the crunch, but like, I don't think one Smackdown would have killed because of Alolan Ninetales' bulk. And somehow, some way, we come out with a W. And yeah, I didn't think I needed to do that because what happens is either the Smackdown will kill, if they live, we still have some HP on Qwilfish, so I should be able to get one poison sting down, and that should KO. But this is just to assure victory. You know, go for the safer play. That was the sweatier play, but it was a safer play, and that's GG's. What the hell, man? Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I still can't get over the fact, you know, Gyarados had a horrible finale, but then, like, the story is also very dark, especially in the family thing at the end, but we're not going to talk about that. We get our Qwilfish into an Ariados. So the itsy bitsy spider came up the water sprout because, you know, we're killing this thing to death, and now we resist everything that this Ariados has to throw at us, which is pretty good. You know, Ariados is actually a great lead here for that. Well, not a great lead for them, but, like, a great lead against a lot of the overall meta. Except for poison types, because we resist the unholy crap out of everything they're throwing at us. I think they elected... What's up with this? I don't understand. What's up with this, like, this sack lead strats? In a lot of the dubs I came with today, like, a lot of people were sacking their leads, and I'm like, why? We get lunged again. That's perfectly fine, because we're going to get to another Aqua Tail. If our opponent elects to give up Switch, that's great. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to be a little fancy. So I'm going to send in Crustle. Crustle will resist this cross poison, and then I should be able to smack down our opponent. And what comes in is an Excavalier, and my brain is like, okay, I'm actually glad that I switched into this, because what happens is that, one, we probably know what's in the back is weak to Smackdown. That's great. The problem is, we don't want Tyranitar to go against this Excavalier. So I'm really hoping this Rock Slide goes through for the sake of the fact that I don't have to deal with things. Rock Slide goes through, we KO the Excavalier. When shields are like, bro, like... You know, like, I'm like, I know this is a tap-tap team. I'm trying to make it as exciting as possibly can, but you know what I mean? No matter what I say, we got Shadow Godzilla, a crab with a rock on top of it, and an overgrown blowfish that somehow is poisonous as hell. And floats. Yeah, and it floats. But then again, that's just Pokemon generally, you know? Everything, like, floats in Pokemon when it's like, yeah. So we get a Sableye into Tyranitar. This is great for us because we resist these Shadow Claws. Dark resist Ghost. They tried to return us, which would be resist as well, but it does big damage, especially since Shadow Godzilla is not very thick. We get the crunch, our opponent knows we gotta move, and they just top left, go out the nearest door, because you know what, they already know it's GG's. But dang, I blew through so many shields in this Shoutcast, I was like, holy crap, wow, y'all, there are shields, you know what I mean? Well, by the way, the shield hero, whatchamacallit, I forgot, what's that one anime? The shield hero isekai anime came out with season 2, so if you are into that anime, like, the shield hero anime, if you know what I'm talking about, is absolutely amazing. It's a great anime, oh my god, I love it so much. Out of all the isekais, I love this one the most, even though, like, yeah. The weakest hero gets kicked out and has a really great story, so I definitely recommend you check out the shield hero. Or I was reincarnated as shield hero, something like that. It's a really great anime. But this isn't a great anime right now. This is one of the greatest anime portrayals of all time because I do not happen to shield this Night Slash, and it does a lot of damage. Our opponent switches in a Drapion, which kind of, like, makes me scratch my head because I'm like, yeah, Shadow Scizor doesn't have a great matchup against Qwilfish, but at the same time, I have energy advantage. Would they eat an Aqua Tail? Is that a shiny? Yeah, is that a shiny? I'm pretty sure it's a Shadow Drapion, right? Yeah, that's like the reddish tint. But that's past the point. Anyways, we're going to fire off our Crystal, and we're going to try to smack down if Go Battle does not decide to take our soul on this day. We're going to fire off the Cross Poison. Crystal is generally going to be your safe switch. So if you lose the lead, safe switch into Crystal, because 9 times out of 10, Tyranitar's hard counter is GG's anyways. We're going to shield the Crunch here. Crystal has a great neutral matchup, unless you're getting bubbled down by an Azu or something like that, or getting Waterfall by a Sharpedo. Crystal's pretty good against a lot of combinations. They send in the Scizor, they're probably going to fire off a Night Slash here. That's perfectly fine. Do your worst. So, yes, please don't boost though. If you boost, it kind of sucks. Okay, they didn't boost, that's great. They got 2 shields. And I'm already sensing right now that the dub is coming. And it is a Sableye. So with 1 shield, I can effectively just bring on Friday night. And instead, I sack. So I'm like, you know what? Let's solidify the W. I sack on my opponent. I catch the foul play in the perfect timing. You're like, damn, dude, like, you're being way too sweaty. You know, it's like I told you to battle, though. Solidify the win condition and make sure opponent dies with 2 shields like you see here. And that's GG's. Dang. Yes. Why are we trying so hard with a tap team? I don't know, but I hope y'all are enjoying these battles. Because I told you, solidify the safer win condition. I was with 2 shields in their thing. I could have fired a crunch, got the debuff, but at the same time, my opponent has 2 shields, so they could possibly get to 3, like, you know, safer win condition. The safer win condition. And I was a safer win condition. get the sacks. For final battle, we have Qwilfish into a shiny A9. What the hell is up with y'all shiny flex in here? Because I don't have anything shiny on this back row. That Crustal ain't shiny, Shadow Tyranitar ain't shiny, is Qwilfish perfectly getting shiny. Shadow Qwilfish is pink. I mean, no, shiny Qwilfish is pink. That's not a pink Qwilfish. Our opponent, for this time I don't nuke, and I kind of regret it, because I'm like, you know, I've been really sweet to, like, if I one-shot this shiny freaking A9, because you know what, you boy, you be... We catch a Dazzling Gleam, I don't shield, and that was really risky, because that could have been a Psychic, or Psyshock, so we could have died right there, but you know, we lived. Fire off these Aqua Tails, we're going to attempt to farm down, our opponent wants to shield, I'm like, alright, cool, I still got another Aqua Tail coming for you. So we're going to hit the second Aqua Tail, and then we're going to try to... We should be able to win alignment here, and we do. We got shield advantage. They sack the whole A9. That game plan doesn't work. But my opponent can possibly get farmed in this scenario, and we get an Azu. This is actually terrible. Now, the reason it's terrible is because of the fact that Azu is supremely thick, and they could possibly farm down our Qwilfish. But the good thing is, Qwilfish got a lot of energy. I far off the Sludge Wave, and guess what? My opponent does not shield. So I send in Crustle, and Crustle brings in the Friday Night Smackdown, or Tuesday Night Smackdown, if you watched WWE a few weeks ago. We're going to bring it to Smackdown. Roman Reigns is double champion, and unfortunately, even though Azu is a champion in the Great League, unfortunately, will not be champion on this day. We see a shiny Mandibuzz, and I'm like, enough with the shiny flexing, dude. I'm gonna bury this freaking Mandibuzz in a bunch of bucks of rocks. I'm going to smack down the unholy crap out of your back row, and that's gonna be GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed these battles. I know, right? Like, well, yes. When you use tap-tap teams, you can kind of create sack plays like I mentioned at the beginning of the shoutcast. So, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. My opponent will die with one shield, and that's GG's because they did not happen to make the correct shield calls, and they kind of sacked. They had double fairy, which is weak to poison. Yeah, GG's. I hope you guys enjoyed the battles. You know, the safer win condition. Sack like a monster, and obtain victory, and that's GG's. And I hope y'all enjoyed these battles. My god, these were sweaty. How the heck do I sack? Well, the good thing is I know I'm ready for regionals and worlds, or I'm always ready, because a lot of these sack swaps, it is very hard to sack on a move like Smackdown. Very, very difficult, because it's a really like, for me, I subconsciously count moves visually, so it's really wonky because I don't use Smackdown a lot compared to things like Snarl, or like, what's another 3-turn move, Bullet Seed, things like that. Like, I'm kind of used to like the speed of that, but like Smackdown, like, especially, you know, when you see you know, the heavy metal headbanging that Shadow Tyranitar does, I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is hilarious, because like somehow, like, I kind of subconsciously count by like looking at Tyranitar's head, so every time it headbangs, I'm like 1, 2, 3 subconsciously, so it's just like, it's hilarious. I hope y'all enjoyed this shoutcast. I had 2 sacks on here, and it was pretty nuts, like, what I was able to pull off, and just like, it's a very great team. Someone broke this in on PV Poke. It was on the yellow, it was like, there was the orange number, so that means that like one individual likely broke this team in. However, despite the fact that 1 or 2 individuals had this small sample size, it still took out a lot of high meta picks and meta combination. So again, the best ABB, this is ABB with Rock in the back. Double ABB tap team is incredibly powerful, and hopefully this can get you through your sets pretty dang fast. Regular Tyranitar can substitute for the Shadow one, but the Shadow damage matters as far as I've seen. It can the Shadow damage can matter in the long run. So if you lose lead, say switch into Crustle, and then Shadow Tyranitar and Qwilfish can hopefully close out like you saw over here. Or you just sludge way through shields and you annihilate all the bunnies in the world, which I encourage you to do. So do me a huge favor, please like and subscribe. You can use subscribe by using the box in the bottom right. Also, please comment for the YouTube algorithm. A lot of y'all have been doing it already. And like in the beginning of this video, I'm freaking grateful for all of you. I love y'all to death. I really do. I hope you all are blessed. Wish you all the best of luck. And I wish for you really great sets. Make sure y'all take advantage of the 3 tied starters that's happening right now for the Halloween Cup. Good luck on your Go Battle League sets, and I will see you guys on the next video.